Zach Zarba, our crew chief, Murat Kogut, Brandon Adair, our other two referees. And it'll be Thunderball to start. Jason Wallace driving baseline. Reverse layup is good for Wallace with 13 points and a loss to the Spurs on Wednesday when the Thunder didn't have any of their starters available because of health issues.
Lots on the shoulders of Reed Sheppard. In the last 8 games, it's been a struggle from 3. Can he find it? That's a great start because obviously he is not as tall, he is not as athletic as Amen, and he doesn't give you the defensive presence of Amen, but that can be the equalizer for him.
7 straight games he's been under 40% and averaging about 8 points per game. So a great start for him. Dort missing and rebounded by Eason. Here's Durant, still getting some boos here in Oklahoma City. But he's able to hit, and it's 5-2 Rockets.
How about he's 19 years in and yet another 25 points per game average and another 50-40 from 3-point. Incredible.
And has a chance at 50-40-90 for the 3rd time in his career, including once here as a member of the Thunder back in 2013. He's got the size advantage on Wallace. Şengün in the lane, and a foul called.
Of the floor, he seems most confident and comfortable. I mean, he's one of the most gifted offensive players we've ever seen in the league. You know, probably don't talk enough about his overall floor game, but in terms of shooting, he's as good as it gets, folks.
He's 11th in the league in scoring entering today at 26 points per game. The 3 is good for Eason, who's number 2 in the NBA in 3-point shooting.
He's been tremendous from the corners as well.
Holmgren to answer. Good. Swishing it through. Chet Holmgren, who is just 1 for 11 in his last 2 games from out there.
Well, what a nice thing to have his adaptability. You can toggle him between the 4 and the 5 spots.
Eason can't miss the bank. Long rebound to Sheppard. Houston at 31-19. The Rockets have lost 2 in a row, blown out essentially at home by Boston and Charlotte. The Hornets, though, have won 8 in a row. They're the hottest team in the league right now. Sheppard off target on the mid-range. Rebound Hartenstein. Wallace racing up the court with a crossover on Smith. Wiggins gets into the lane, and the floater is good for Wiggins, who had 20 points his last time out.
And because those 2 guys are on the bench, the 2 guys who have the ball most often, generating offense will look a little different today for Oklahoma City.
Catch and shoot. Durant splashes through. A 3-ball is 109th of the year.
Can we get an amen for the shooting out of the gates from both teams?
Houston 4 of 6, Oklahoma City 3 of 5, and a foul.
Shooter, it's one of the most valuable, aside from layups, shots on the floor when you're as he.
We were not tough. He told us in our meeting he thought his team really responded well to those comments, and so far so good today in the first 3 minutes.
I don't want to draw that guy's ire, and I certainly don't want to screw up on the floor and then have to walk over to the bench after I've done that.
Was so tough as a player, longtime NBA assistant, 1 year in Boston as a head coach, and now 3 with the Rockets. Şengün too strong, and Hartenstein clears it. Thunder ball down 2. Holmgren with a jab step. Jabari Smith hanging with him. Holmgren missed it inside, and Smith out of there with a rebound. Jabari Smith is so long, 6'11", great wingspan, terrific athlete. Floater from Sheppard is down.
It's the most important thing he can do to me today is be decisive on the catch. Get your team into organized offense early and be decisive and aggressive yourself.
Wallace spinning, keeping that pivot foot down. Wiggins in the lane. Shot clock down to 10. Hartenstein poked away by Şengün. Thunder gets back defensively. They're the #1 defense in the NBA. Houston is 5th, and a turnover by the Rockets. Durant and Eason not on the same page. Holmgren wasn't ready for the ball on the pass from Wallace, and he lost it. 2-on-1. Eason ahead of the pack for the layup.
guard Fred VanVleet on the floor impacts this team's edge the most. And I think it's also fair to say, guys, that not having Steven Adams available is certainly a blow too. Dylan Brooks was traded away. Those are guys that add a lot of edge to this team.
There's so many things in what you just said, Katie. Let's start with no Fred VanVleet. This is a team that struggles with turnover, 26th in percentage. Good deep position by, how about that pass? So pretty. But you're missing a true point guard. You're not as organized. The ball doesn't find where it needs to be, particularly in the fourth quarter. This team has been abysmal in possession ball games late, what they call clutch. There's so much going on. They have young guys who, if they start missing shots, Dave, they let that affect their attitude and body language on the defensive end. So they got some things to figure out, no doubt.
You mentioned clutch games. They're 12-14 and 1-5 in overtime. They're hopeful that VanVleet will be back. There is a chance. He had a torn ACL, had surgery in September, but Steven Adams, arguably the best offensive rebounder in basketball, as Wallace gets the jam. He is out for the year due to ankle surgery.
That's a massive blow, and it reverberates up and down the roster. Good steal here or near steal by Hartenstein. Boy, that timeout by Oklahoma City was timely. Different level of aggression and intention.
Eason, though, able to collect and finish. 7 baskets for Houston, 7 assists. Şengün's got 5 early on. He averages 6 per game, which is a career best. Caruso on the floor. He has been out 7 of the last 8 games with an adductor injury. As Dort scores his first points of the day. Third meeting, we mentioned opening night. There was also a game in mid-January in Houston that the Thunder won. 111-91. This is their final regular season meeting. Jabari Smith on target with a 3-ball.
And that's going to happen consistently, and it's something that's been a big level of variance for this team. 2 to the ball, 2 go to Kevin Durant, who makes shots around him.
Wiggins can't answer off the side of the rim. And then Durant slips and falls. He thought he was fouled. Said something to Brandon Adair, the official. Şengün with the blow-by and fires to the corner. Eason's 3, no good. Rebounded by Wallace, the third-year pro out of Kentucky. Deflection by Durant and into the hands of Wiggins. Houston was 4 of 4 from 3 before that miss in the corner by Eason. Here's Caruso. Great pass underneath to Wallace.
All of a sudden, lots of points in the paints for Oklahoma City. And some of it has to do with exceptional passing from a couple of different guys, including Hartenstein.
Shepard getting downhill. Eason on the spot up, rattles out, knocked out of bounds by the Rockets off of Durant last.
So out of the timeout.
And Jalen Williams both out today. SGA will be reevaluated after the All-Star break. He's got an abdominal strain. Also, A.J. Mitchell is out. As that one rolls off the rim, Mitchell is missing his
top 3 ball handlers. And I mean, obviously, these are the 2 primary guys. That's a fabulous coat by SGA. Fabulous coat.
I have the same one at home, Doris. You've never commented on it once. Finney Smith checking into the game for Houston. And the Rockets turn it over. Jalen Williams long outlet to Kenrich Williams, who had 25 points his last outing. And he drills a 3 to tie the game at 20.
I just love these guys that minutes are determined by who's in and out of the lineup. Like Kenrich Williams, the ability to play, be a bit ground with quickly, and Shea is quite happy with it.
Oklahoma City so deep, and Katie touched on that in the open. They added to their depth at the trade deadline as Caruso gets a steal and drives, switching hands and scoring against Davison, and Oklahoma City has the lead. Timeout.